G'day everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to episode number 7, I believe it is, 7, yeah, of the Dynamo Dresden save, the East German Challenge, to get the East German club to win the Bundesliga. I'd say we're in season number 7 now, and unfortunately, in the last couple of seasons, Leipzig have won the Bundesliga, and technically they are an East German side, but as I've stated before in previous episodes, I'm not going to state it again anytime now, that doesn't matter. We are concentrating on the Dresden save because Leipzig had the advantage of being in the Bundesliga already and it wouldn't have been a challenge. But let's go and have a look and see what we're doing, because last season we qualified for Europe. The bank balance is not reflecting that yet because we haven't played in Europe. 27.5 million in the bank account, still got 5.5 million in the transfer budget left. Although we do retain 100% of our transfer revenue for any players that are sold. And speaking of players that have been sold, well, if we go back a little bit, before the tick over, it was Asbjørnsen. He's gone to Midtjylland for 350k. He's gone out. I did bring in a couple of players on free transfers, Zapata and Ribeiro. Ribeiro is a right back, as you can see here, if it comes up. Brazilian right back at the club. Going to get him out on loan to see how he can do. And then also, Diego Zapata. I've left him on loan at La Equidad, which I believe is the club that... Nope, it was actually from Branquillo. But he's gone back to Colombia to play out the season and get some more game time, hopefully to improve himself. But he's got 5-star potential ability. He's worth nearly £45 million already. And I got him for a free transfer. That is a good bit of business. Then another £29 million made from player sales. And there's been some big moves. The man with 2 first names, Matteo Di Matteo, has gone to Saudi Arabia for nearly 20 million in total. Yes, he's got 5-star potential ability, but for some reason I could not get the best out of him. And, okay, his first season was good. The second season he dropped off. So I debated and I thought, you know what, I'll make profit on him. And I can't compete with the Saudi teams. So I thought, just let him go. I'll find somebody else. Thomas Angel, hero of the previous season, or previous seasons, should I say, hasn't improved that much. He's a good striker all around. I'd say good to average striker, or average to good striker. He served a purpose for us. He got 15 goals last season, which was his best season in the Bundesliga. He did all right for us. I can't complain, but his time had come, and I'll go back onto that. Sold him for 9.5 million, so I made a massive profit on him because I only bought him for $1 million, so that's not too bad. Cowie is another one. He's gone to St. Pauli. Nicholas Towers gone to Darmstadt, and then obviously a couple of loans just to try and improve the players. Mario Gonzalez, one of the first regens I bought, is another Paraguayan right back. I don't know whether it's going to work out for him. I'm not entirely trusting of that potential ability, to be fair, because he doesn't seem to be improving, and this is his 3rd loan since he's come to the club. I'm debating whether that's actually going to work or not, but I did spend 43.5 million on some new players. Now, obviously, we needed to strengthen the squad because we're in European football. So, starting from the bottom, another free transfer, Tom Bischoff. Really good central midfielder. Hasn't developed as much as I thought he would do on this game. Perhaps it's just one of those save files where he hasn't developed or hasn't got the ability, but he's a good squad player overall. 2.5 million value, 3-star, 2.5-star, 3-star, consistent, likes the big games. Good squad player. Souza, 7.25 million from Brazil, left back. I don't know why I do that. He's left back. He's a defender, just can't tackle. But he has the physicals, he has the determination, he's got good mentals, and he's got good technicals when it comes to the attacking side of things. So I'm hoping this will work out. It looks like he's had a couple of games already, but not too much. Leandro Morgala, most FM players will know this name. 7.5 million, centre back / right back. Could play both positions. Has developed actually pretty well on this. He's now a 3-star good Bundesliga player. I thought, you know what, bring him in, 7.5 million. I wanted some more German players in the squad as well. Again, Europe, homegrown quotas and all that sort of stuff. Noah Dolbner from Kaiserslautern for 8.5 million, and his value has jumped up to 70 because he is classed as a professional wonder kid. 5-star potential ability. He's already almost up to 4-star. And it's not surprising, he's scored 6 goals in 4 games already. This guy is going to be huge for us. He does have a minimum fee release clause of 72 million for, I think that's clubs in the Champions League. Yep, so at the end of the day, I've bought him in for 8 million. If he goes for it's massive profit. It really is. Fabio Chiarodia, Again, from Hertha Berlin, weakening another German inside. I wanted another centre-back. This guy has developed pretty darn well. Consistent, loves the big games, 4-star ability, still a little bit of room for improvement. Whether he'll develop anymore, I don't know, but still a very good centre-back. And then finally, Dorian Fink. Almost got that wrong. 13.5 million in total from RC Lens. He is another young striker, light-hearted personality, so I don't know whether he's going to make it or not. Up to 4.5-star potential, but another really, really good regen wonder kid that came through on the next gen list. I've been keeping an eye on them as they've been coming through, and this guy's another one I thought, you know what, for that price, I'm going to get him in. So, with the tactics-wise, I've put Slipchavich in for a few games to get him some more game experience. But if I do the pick of the best 11, Santos goes in his spot. But it is Santiago, Darbonet and Roos Fink. Ugh. God, I can't get that name out. As the front three. And that is a lethal young front three. I'm very, very happy with that. Very happy with that. And as I say, we have European football. We have played the schedule all the way up to the end of the transfer window. We've had a very good start. Stuttgart and Augsburg wins. Inexplicably, though, losing at home 4-3 to St. Pauli. That's a little bit annoying, to say the least. At least Cowie didn't score against me. That's the main thing. But we do have Copenhagen, Kilej, I think that's it, Aris, Napoli, Maccabi Haifa, Apoel, Shakhtar and Feyenoord in the Europa League as well. So there's some good fixtures right there. And without further ado, let's roll the highlights, go and find out what is going on. Let's see if we can make a good name for ourselves in the Europa League. I am not expecting to win it at all. Way too many competitive teams in there at the moment, but I do want to get through at least to the knockout stages. I would like that. And hopefully it won't affect our league form too much. Let's go and find out, shall we? It's season number 7 and Europe is on the horizon, and we can hold our heads high. Winning 6 of the 8 games, including wins versus Napoli and Feyenoord, this actually meant we finished in the top 8 and straight into the round of 16 versus Lille, who we managed to knock out on penalties. Then it was Napoli again, and after a 1-0 win in the first leg at home, I was incredibly hopeful. That was until we got absolutely spanked in the second leg 4-0 and knocked out in our first season of Europe. This inevitably affected our league form. Winning only 6 of 16 before Christmas, I was a little bit worried. It wasn't much better after the new year either, winning 8 of 18, including wins versus Augsburg 3-0, Darmstadt 3-0, and Wolfsburg 4-0, we managed to secure a mid-table finish again in 9th place. The Pokal, I think, was a competition too much this season. After beating Fürstenwalde 6-0 and Paderborn 2-1 in extra time, we narrowly lost to Freiburg on penalties to get knocked out in the 3rd round. Well, as seasons go, it could have been worse and it could have been better. I think overall, I'll take that. I'll take that. It's more stability. It's the run in Europe hasn't affected our league form too much. We're still comfortably sitting around mid-table. I do think getting in Europe last season may have been a step too far or a step too soon, possibly. So we finished in 9th, 48 points. Annoyingly, we lost a couple of games towards the end of the season that cost us 6 points, and that would have put us into the Conference League spots, which actually I would have felt a lot more comfortable in the Conference League next season. And I think we would have stood a good chance of at least getting into the later stages and maybe even winning it. But unfortunately, it's not meant to be. Bayern Munich have regained it. Leipzig have dropped off massively. 20 points off. That's a nice thing to see because that's our rivals dropping off massively. And at the end of the day, they've finished closer to us than they did to Bayern Munich. So, hey-ho. But other competitions-wise, Pokal, 3rd round by Freiburg. Is what it is. But we did ourselves proud in the Europa League. Our first stint in Europe. League phase, we finished top 8, which is brilliant. Missing out the knockout rounds entirely, and then facing Napoli. Finishing in the round of 16, I apologise. Knocking out Lille on penalties, which is brilliant, and then getting to the quarterfinals. And as I said in the highlights, I had hope that we would get through after winning our first leg, but we got absolutely and utterly battered in the second leg and ended up losing 4-1. It is what it is. And in the final, it went all the way, and another German side actually won it, Wolfsburg. Damn, if we got past Napoli, I would have thought... Who did Napoli play? Besiktas. We were close. I would have fancied my chances against Wolfsburg in the final as well. I really would. Quick look at the squad. 24 goals from Daubner on his debut season. That is an outstanding return. As you can see as well, and noted, I did come back. I took Slipčević out. Although he did play quite a few games. He didn't need to be put into the side. He was getting into the side, no problem. But I did put Daubner, Santiago and Roos Fink up front. But I put them into the positions I wanted them to go in, not what the game was dictating, because it kept on messing around. And I think Daubner is actually a much better shadow striker, because when you look at the tactics, I've got a shadow striker, DLF, and advanced forward. I think he's a much better shadow striker than he is an advanced forward because of his creativity and his movements. And that kind of worked out because he got 8 assists and 24 goals in 47 starts this season on his debut season. Now worth up to 64 million, and really surprisingly, he's not wanted. I'm a little bit surprised at that. I'm going to see if I can get him on a better contract. Then, Jean Santiago, he got 19 goals and 10 assists, which again, he has progressed quite nicely as well. Value of 25 million. I thought that would have been a little bit higher. And then, Roos Fink, again, improvements all around. He is absolutely rapid. And massive improvements all around again for him. 14 goals and 8 assists in his debut season. And then it just drops off. We got 5 and 4 from Chris Rigg. Vitic, 5 goals again from centre-back, which is pretty decent. 4 goals from Robin Meissner, even though he only made 2 starts. The rest of them came off the bench. 3 goals from Chiarodia. 10 assists from Souza. So he played a lot of left-back, which is good. I don't know whether he's had any improvements. No, I think he's hit his ceiling. I've got some improvements to make to this squad, and the only way I'm going to do that is if I've got money for it, and I've only got 14.5 million. This could be interesting. This could be interesting. Don't quite know. Let's have a little look at the club vision and the board and see if anything else has been going on. So the stadium, the new stadium, will be ready by episode 8. That's good. It's going to be completed in 2 weeks. The new stadium will be ready by episode 8. Superb. Well, there we have it, folks. That is the end of episode number 7. And as I say, you're going to have to join us for episode number 8 to come and see our exciting new stadium that we are moving into our new home, ready to rock and roll for season number 8. Where, again, we won't have any European football, but we can continue to build on the success that we have had, bring in a couple of new players, and hopefully reach European qualification again by the end of season 8, and then try and make that consistent if we can, because it's the only way that we're going to bring in more money and also improve the squad to challenge for the title. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. See you later. Ta-ra.